my email.
Going live.
There we go. We should be live. See if that worked out right. Shouldn't even have to refresh, right? That's my understanding. There we are. We are on the page live. Didn't even need to refresh because it automatically plays. That's good stuff. Let me pull my stuff down here. Today we are going to be talking about keeping it simple, right? And I think this is probably going to span across to more than just necessarily marketing in general, but I think there's a lot of things. Let me see. Do I got a good view or a bad view? Let me see my screen here. Let me change my screen. I don't like my view there. Okay, let's go that way. See if that works better. I'm checking the live stream because it looks like Louis was the only one showing there for a moment. Hopefully this works out right. Did anybody else confirm that we're live with the three of us on the screen?
I'm hearing, Louis, you hearing everything okay?
What was that? Sorry.
Everything sounds good to you?
Yes.
All right.
This is the test of the.
All right. So the task, the Anybody else confirm that we're live with the three of us on the screen?
I can see us on YouTube. Let me go to.
All right. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to talk about simplicity. We're going to talk about, how it affects your life, how it affects your marketing. One of the things that I think that in our specific industry is there's a lot of options, right? There's a lot of options. And a lot of people will get this feeling that they should learn all of them, right? And for the most part, that's probably just not true. If you can keep it simple and learn something to the best of your ability, then you can learn something else once you can pretty much put whatever that is on autopilot. Or maybe it becomes the thing that you love to do the most and you only ever do that one thing, for 6 months or more. The only advertising I pretty much did was just paid marketing. It's super simple. You just, you have to spend more money in order to use it, but it's so simple that you just push a few buttons and it's done and it's effective, right? So that's what we're going to kind of talk about simplicity and some of the ways that you can simplify your life. If you ever heard the story about long hair guy, I'm starting to look like him, right? I can't think of his name right now. The relativity guy, Albert Einstein. Einstein's theory was if you only have one set of clothes, when you go to the closet, it's simple, right? You put on your set of clothes. Now, he didn't only have one pair, right? But he had the same exact outfit that he wore all the time. And it might have been Einstein, it might have been somebody else, but nonetheless, the simplicity of it is you don't need to think about that in your life, right? Maybe that's why the military does that. They use a uniform so that we wake up in the morning and we put on a uniform, right? Simplicity. It's done. It's over with. You don't have to worry about wasting your time on that thought. So anyways, my name is Jim Hall. I've been doing this online marketing thing for 20, 25 years, something like that. I've made a lot of money. I've learned a lot of stuff. And I've helped a lot of people, so that's what we're here for. These are my buddies, Louis and Robin. We're all in the military, or like Robin is still in the military. So, we just like to hang out. We're friends. We like to hang out. We come here every Thursday night. We hang out and we try to give a little value to somebody else. I've been working hard on a side project, so I'm beat, tired, exhausted. I need to fix my green screen too, looks like. And so, but the show must go on, right? We need to hang out still. We need to keep our consistency and keep teaching and learning and helping others. I'm going to give up the mic if anybody else wants to make a little introduction come on out.
Hey.
So, oh,
I think that I always look at Robin laughing. Simplicity is a great topic for us tonight. I mean, I think all three of us through the years have looked at different opportunities, and some people in this industry has made it sound like it's a complicated thing to do, to make money online, to do this. Now, last year we came up with you had the 30-minute workday, and that showed truly the true simplicity of what we do. And yeah, I'm glad that's our topic tonight, because this is truly a simple a business to do. And
This business is easier than a green screen, right? This green
Yeah.
screen whoops my butt every week. But anyways,
you fight
Robin?
that green screen every week.
I know I need to hook it to the ceiling, but I haven't yet. One day I will. Robin, the
That
real
would be
Robin
dope.
Williams.
that would
You
be
look
dope
a little like
happening.
Morpheus tonight.
Listen, I just tried it again. I'm like, so I work full time. Just give my introduction as administrator. So I'm literally almost staring at the screen all day. Then I do my affiliate marketing business, where I come in, I'm looking at the screen for the rest of the night, go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. So I felt like my eyes felt a little sensitive, and a few months ago it got really bad. So since I have my glasses up here today, I'm going to put these on just to try to alleviate some of the pain. So excuse my appearance or lack of appearance of my eyes, which kind of look a little tired anyway. But I love the topic today. I deep down in my core feel like simplicity is one of those things that we lack. We don't really take advantage of it, right? For some reason, we make things so difficult as human beings, period. Like, I feel like one of the secrets of life could possibly be just simplicity, right? And I know in my email title is the simple shit, right? Literally, I titled it because a lot of times in my life, when I wanted results in something, you try to do all of this stuff to where you're so tired. Sometimes we even go the extra mile until we get sick, right? And we don't get results until we get rid of the crap that we don't need and keep it simple. So I think simplicity is a huge part when it comes to affiliate marketing, online business, building your business online. I think a lot of times when I get carried away with like just trying to do everything, do all this stuff, I have to literally, at least now I'm conscious of it, literally pull myself back and just focus on simplicity. So I feel like simplicity, the power of simplicity, made a huge impact in my life, like in my business. Health, like if I'm like on a health goal to lose weight, get fit, I keep it super simple. I don't do anything crazy. In fact, I don't think I'm equipped for that. I just get burnt out and I want to stop doing whatever it is I'm doing. So I think it's the secret to plenty of people, because, oh my gosh, I talk to some people that just talking to them is draining, right? Because they're just them talking about a whole bunch of stuff that's complicated drains me, right? So I think that's how, powerful simplicity is. So hopefully you get a lot of value out of the call tonight, and hopefully, more importantly, you take action on it, doing some simple stuff. I don't mind sharing some of the stuff that I love to do to keep life simple, myself. And honestly, I'm starting to think that I really need to be more conscious on the front end of simplicity, meaning sometimes I don't catch myself till I'm doing too much and I got to say, wait a minute. So instead of doing that, how can I catch myself before I even get to that point, and just continue keeping it simplistic and consistent. So I think it just, personally made a huge part in my online journey in life. So,
So many of us nowadays have ADHD or something that resembles ADHD, right? And is that the opposite of simplicity, right? Is there just too much going on in our lives that we all kind of reflect on some ADHD, because we're constantly moving, we're constantly shifting and changing. So what's definitely helped me in the last year or two is to acknowledge that. I've read a couple of books about ADHD and how to cope with it, and I don't necessarily mean the disease part of it, but just the behavioral part of it, just the constant movement. And anytime for me that I can put something into a system, anytime I can systematize anything, whether it's laundry or putting away the dishes, if I don't know it, and maybe it's a little OCD, I don't know, but if I don't have a specific spot for even my dishes, it's too complicated, it gets out of control. I don't even like to have different dishes, to be honest. That's how simple I like stuff. My silverware drawer, I got all one kind of spoon, because to me, if it doesn't pile up good, and again, I realize it might be a little bit of OCD, but it definitely helps me to keep stuff organized in a simpler way, Now, if I let Christy put away the dishes for a couple of days, life gets out of hand. Because then I can't find anything. I tend to cook all the time. So if she puts away the dishes, she doesn't know where they go, because she doesn't cook hardly ever. So she doesn't know where most of those dishes go. She's got her own little cakery, and she puts all of her stuff in those places. I don't put away her cakery dishes because I don't know where they go. So, I mean, I could imagine how much that would throw her off if I tried to organize her caking space. She would be completely lost. So to me, that's another version of simplicity. And I think that's a lot. Like I said, I don't know for sure what all we're going to talk about tonight, because, we get off on a tangent quite a bit, but, Robin, you okay? Can you hear voices outside?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Sorry.
If anybody wants to add to that, and, some of the things that simplicity means to you.
I don't want to grab it off of down a rabbit trail or anything, but who is it that Zuckerberg, he just wears the same style t-shirt or the same t-shirt. A lot of leaders, they might dress up a little bit for their jobs, but you'll find that they're wearing pretty much the same style every day. And it's one more thing that they don't have to think about, to try to simplify and concentrate on the tasks that they have to do. I know Michael now has a CNC machine, and even before that for his flags for front lines. And once we make a prototype of something, I'm pretty much right on top of them. We need to make a template. We need to make this simple. This can't be hard every time we go to do it. And it's the same thing in our online business. We have templates to do what we need to do, even right down to, sending out the emails that we send out. It's templated. You can copy one of your other ones and keep it simple. It's already got your email in there. It's already got, who it's from, who it's going to. You just got to fill in the little bit of content and keep it as simple as possible, so that, we can say 30-minute workday, because it's all based on now just dealing with a few little pieces and not having to say, oh yeah, now I got to go do this. Oh, now I got to go format this. If you do it, Jim, you've shown people tons of times how to make the web page, the landing page, simple by making global footers and global menus and stuff to keep it simple. Now there's always a learning curve to get you there, but once you're there, that's all it is. You've got elements you've already created that you're just going to plug in. It doesn't matter what the business that you're doing, or even in life. If I went and opened up our silverware drawer right now, I'd be surprised if there aren't spoons where the forks go. or nice, because our daughter, everybody's in charge of unloading the dishwasher. And matter of fact, most of them try to flee doing that. But manage the things that you can manage. You know, I don't I don't really get into that, but I just wanted to highlight the differences there. That there are some things that I can make simple, but that's not going to be one of them. Fight your battles.
Well, and there are only Christy and I in this home, so that definitely narrows it down to either she did it or I did it. So it also causes some problems sometimes, right? Because either she did it or I did it, and so sometimes I'll say, "Who did this?" And well, it's pretty clear that if I'm saying who did it, it wasn't me, right? But then sometimes it still was, and that doesn't go over too well either. So.
So
No,
are you an off the top or off the bottom on the toilet roll type of person?
nope. We don't have toilet paper holders. That way we don't have that problem.
Problem solved. AB problem solved.
Problem solved, right?
Yeah.
I just knew that viewers might want to know that.
Right. Oh yeah, it's been a big debate, right? It's been a big debate. So yeah, but you know, that's the same thing. And like you're saying, Louis, fight your battles, right? You just have to become the person who always changes the toilet paper, if that's the way you want it.
Change it early.
Right? The simplicity, you bring in the simplicity effect. As long as you take care of it yourself, then you can't complain that it wasn't done right? So that is one way to manage that situation. And I think that brings simplicity into it, as long as you can do it. And then, but like this week, I've been so busy, and so out of energy, I haven't been unloading the dishwasher. So it's getting done. Now I'm going to have to face the music that, hey, if I wanted it done, I should have done it. Right. So, anyways, we don't want to, like Louis said, we don't want to go too far off down the rabbit hole, but simplicity. I started listening to Robin's what's it called? The Laws
of Simplicity.
Simplicity.
Yeah, you scaring me.
And
how was that?
And it's very complicated. Simplicity can be complicated, right? Because like Louis said, sometimes you have a big learning curve. You have to learn where that simplicity is. And you know, let's continue on with this dishes scenario. In order for it to be simple in our house, we all would have to learn it. All of Louis's kids would have to learn the same strategy in order to keep it simple. And that's going to be a challenge.
Just stand there with a wooden spoon.
Right? Stand there with a wooden spoon till it's done right. You know, and there's not a talk yet, I think, that I haven't brought up McDonald's, right? Everything at McDonald's is organized in a simplicity way, right? But you still have to learn it and learn where the stuff is. And then if somebody puts it away in the wrong place, there's sometimes you may not even find something at McDonald's because there's so many places to put stuff. So you need simplicity in a business where you have such turnover like that. Go ahead, Louis.
And the same thing in the military. I mean, right? I mean, I can't remember the name of our tech books, right? When you're doing a task, we're all doing it the exact same way. You're trained the exact same way. You can't have a big organization. You can't have a McDonald's or Burger King, any of them, without to be able to put out that food. If it's McDonald's or Burger King or one of those, it needs to be consistent across everyone. And the only way to do that is to have a system to line it out, make it simple, so that the lowest common denominator, everybody knows, has been trained exactly the same. And we do the same thing in the military. They do the same thing in the military, and they do the same thing in the private sector. I was a planner. I liked making some tools for myself to make things easier. But everybody else is like, no, because then if you use those tools, then nobody else knows how to do it. So if I wanted to, I can keep two sets of books, you know. I could do it my way and their way. But then it was more work on me. So what did it end up doing? Making me just conform to this system here so that, you know, anybody can pick it up, you know, in your absence. So, and that's what hopefully, you know, tonight was show with the 3K formula, why it's so simple. Why doing, we just illustrated, you know, I worked for the power company as a planner. Everything was simple, kept in a very systematic way. Jim does his dishes in a very systematic way. The military does everything in a very systematic way. Odds are where you work, if you do accounting, you know, the way you got to keep your books for an accounting is everything's done in very, and that's the same thing here. It's just that you don't have anybody over you, you know, making it that way, you know, with consequences if you don't do it. You're not going to get fired. What's going to happen is you're not going to make money, or you're not going to make progress, and you're going to get frustrated. And what we seek to do to help those that are watching and are being mentored is, if you follow this process, it does not matter what business, and we're going to show you a system based on, you know, helping other people start a business, because those are the templates that we use. But then it can be used, you can make your own system off of that, off of those simple steps. But the big foundation is always going to be the same. Build a page, collect emails, send emails, you know, talk with your clients and those that you're connecting with. That's all it is.
Awesome, Louis. Robin, you want to share anything else before we go do a few little technical things and roll this into how we can help somebody?
Yeah, so I think y'all both touched on one of the big things that I wanted to touch on, and that's just basically the simplicity in business. Like Louis was going over, the process of actually building this business is just built off of a couple of things that's really simple. And just going back to my journey, was basically doing whatever it took to make a sale for free, right? That could be connecting with, 20 people a day on Facebook. It could have been doing YouTube videos, which included a whole bunch of editing and doing all types of stuff. Sometimes you find a black hat strategy that you want to do and you jump through hoops. I did Instagram where I had to connect. I forget the exact number, but it was so many, maybe 7 different systems together in order to start generating leads and sales, right? I had to make sure my pages were good. I had to make sure Instagram was good. I had to do the software to contact the folks. I had to do the software to post. Like, it was all these things that I had to do. And it wasn't, that simple. With Instagram. But if you go to like Facebook, when I did connect with people, even though it was time consuming, it was simpler than my Instagram, right? YouTube was probably, I'd say, in between Instagram and Facebook, a little bit simpler than Instagram, but probably not as simple as Facebook. But what really took me to like new levels of simplicity was when we went to 30-minute workday, right? It was so much more simpler to earn money online. Like, the only real difference was, not the only real difference, but the only thing that people probably would struggle with starting off is just the, the money that it takes to buy traffic, right? But other than that, just by us plugging into the 30-minute workday when it came in, our job pretty much was to, have that offer, set up our pages, pretty much set up the 2 tools, so our pages and our autoresponder. Obviously, we're going to have to write emails. Obviously, we're going to have to learn, become an expert in that field, whatever we're teaching. Basically, send emails and buy traffic, and just keep doing it over and over again. So I think that literally blew everything else that I've ever done out of the water when it comes to simplicity, right? And so the results were much greater as well. So it's kind of like you get rid of all of the junk that you do. And I'm not trying to call it junk because you know, I still do some Facebook marketing, and I'll probably get back into YouTube when I get more time. But you know, get rid of all the other stuff that's not as simple. It's almost like you get more results. It's almost like you get rid of a whole bunch of other stuff, focus on some simple things, and you get results. And it's the same thing with my, you know, like when I'm on my health journey, right? A lot of times people do a whole bunch of stuff to lose weight or to get in shape and things like that. It can get real crazy. You know, some people are like, oh, I spent 2 hours at the gym. Like that sounds like a lot, you know, it sounds like a lot. And with me, with like, I don't know if you ever tried the slow carb when we would do it with the HBA family, but that slow carb was very simple. It was simplistic, right? And I'll just go to the gym and do something. When I start back up, I'll probably test even doing a more simpler routine, but I still will probably spend an hour, at least an hour at the gym, or over an hour when I got finished, because I try to fit in my cardio, muscular, stretching, you know, warm up and stretching, all of that in there. But it was still pretty simple. I kept things simple. I didn't do a whole bunch of stuff. And that gave me amazing results versus somebody who's trying to do all of this extra stuff in order to try to see results, and, you know, they get little to no results. So I think, you know, just implementing simplicity in every part of your life is definitely worth attempting, you know, because a lot of times when we get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, stop doing a whole bunch of stuff, do less, more effective things, then you get better, quicker results. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Let me ask you guys a question, and I don't know if you guys will know the answer to this or not, but because I don't really. But what happens when simplicity turns boring, like dieting, for instance? You know, when I was in Iraq, I would eat a piece of chicken and a vegetable, and that was basically what I ate every day for a year, because that was a simple way to lose weight. And I did cardio every morning. That was it. All I did was cardio and ate chicken and a vegetable. And I lost 105 pounds in 7 months. But it's not very fun. Now, while I was there, I didn't have any other option really. I mean, I could have eaten a little different, but I couldn't go out to the fast food joint, and I couldn't go to the restaurant. So then when I came home, I went on vacation mode for 90 days, and we went to restaurant after restaurant after restaurant, and I gained 50 pounds in 90 days because I got bored with that simplicity, right? How would we defeat that?
Personally, I think it would go back to what I just said, and I think Louis kind of touched on it, but basically I think it's levels to simplicity. So to me, if you tell me to eat one piece of chicken and, you know, whatever else you're eating with it every day, I'll probably tell you, hell no, I'm not going to do that. But it doesn't mean that I can't add, you know, some fish or, you know, a piece of steak or whatever, and still have that simplicity. So I think it's like levels of simplicity. So as far as like when I kind of mentioned the marketing, so I did some Facebook, I did Instagram, I did, you know, YouTube, and I did the traffic thing. All of it, I think, was fairly duplicatable. Probably the least duplicatable was the Instagram stuff. But they all had some sort of simplicity to it. It's just a different level. And I think when it comes to that, we got to kind of figure out what we're able to tolerate and, you know, like pretty much fell for it and figure out what would work for us. So like if I go into the slow carb diet now, I know when I start that slow carb, I want variety, right? But variety to me right now could be going into what I think it was Louis brought up. No. You brought it up, Jim. You have to learn that system, right? You have to learn that new routine in order to get to that simplicity until that becomes a habit for you. So like, you know, that one piece of chicken might be easy now, and you might move until you want to do a chicken salad maybe. So that might be like, okay, it's more time. How do I make a chicken salad and stuff like that? I know how to cook, but I know how to cook unhealthy food that tastes great. And so that doesn't go well with my diet. So like for me to figure out healthy stuff that tastes great, it takes a lot of effort. I have to research it. and I have to, figure out what kind of stuff that's healthy that I like and learn that system. And then after that, it becomes more simple. Like I had to go into like making shakes now. Now I can make a shake that I don't even complain about. I'm like, oh, this tastes great and it's healthy. I'm good. But when I first started, it was like, okay, this sucks. Got to get rid of it. So I think it's just a level of simplicity. A lot of people probably say, oh, that's a lot. You got to cut up all this stuff and put it in. Really, it's not that much when you get into the routine of it. So that's just my take.
Awesome. Louis, you got anything to add there?
No, I mean, I like the analogy or examples of this, the diet, and trying to make it as simple and that as you can. And in that, like Robin was just saying in that example, was that she knew how to make food, just didn't know how to make this low carb food.
Tastes great.
So it did take some time. There's still a learning process, but overall, once you've got that down, and I think people fall into this. Maybe Robin can elaborate on that a little bit. It's like, all the systems that she was doing with Instagram and YouTube and other marketing, each one of them in itself is simple after you've learned it. But then you think, I'm not doing enough, because you think you have to do more. So then you start complicating it by adding on other elements that in of themselves are simple, but when you combine it with a full-time job, cooking your meals, trying to run your household, and now market these 3 different systems or these different things, it's like, oh, this ain't working, and it all crashes. I like in the financial, the stuff, the debt reduction, of keeping it simple. Here's how you do it, bam, bam, bam. But if somebody says, I'm going to get out of debt, and they just stop spending, they stop all ancillary spending, and they tighten their, financial belt right up as tight as they can. The first time something happens, and that's pretty simple. It's a pretty broad, I'm going to do this. Once that breaks, once something happens, they go on a big old spending spree. I deserve it. And everything they just accomplished becomes is wiped away. Your example of Iraq and the weight gain. And then, so in here, if you say, I'm going to market, and you really sit down and take the time to journal, think about your biggest market, where the most amount of people you can reach for you. And then that's the one system. Don't listen to, over here, they're doing really great with TikTok, or they're really doing really great over here with YouTube. Whatever it is that you pick, learn it, make it simple. And then, if it's working for you, when it's working for you and growing, maybe increase that effort there to the next level, but don't go piling on other things, because, that's when, the impatience and the simplicity of each of those systems turn into be a complexity. It becomes way too much. And I think the book or the audio you were listening to, Jim, sounds like he was trying to make that point. It was crazy.
I have it on the way in the mail. I'm like, oh my gosh, and what am I going to be reading? Like,
I only listened to this book for like 2 seconds before, when he's setting up the Zoom. It's like, what is that? Well, that's pretty simple, isn't it? It's like, no.
One thing I will say about simplicity that I've noticed for me is sometimes for me to make things simple and put it in a system, you have to jump through something you're not going to like to do, and I've done it plenty of times in the military, unfortunately, but in order to get the results, I had to either do it the hard way, just keep doing it the hard way, right? Wasting time. Or I had to set something up that may have been a little bit difficult, trying to put the pieces together, whatever. But after that, I'm gone from my last office and they still have the benefits of what I set up there, right? As long as they continue to use it. So sometimes we might say some things are simple and you start like, hey, this business is simple. And then you start building the funnel and you're like, God, I don't know how to do this. You know, you're frustrated because you're not techie and all that other stuff. But once you set that up, you know, one, you'll start getting used to it, you know, when you're setting up future pages. And two, like once you set it up, it's, I don't know, it's like a dopamine to me. You set up a page, you have your product offer ready to go, you got your emails ready to go, all that stuff you have to set up. And yes, it is simplistic, you know, it's simple, even though it may sound like a lot if you've never done it before. And you run traffic and you're good. So you just have to get over that hump of setting a system up and making it simple for yourself as well. So
Well, and that's here, right? That's where us three come in, right? If you're here watching this, no matter what, on one of the links pages that we sent out in emails or on YouTube, we're here. We're an email away. Most of the time, we all, I think, use this product called Loom that makes it very simple for us to say, hey, this is what you got to do. You know, when you say I'm stuck here, and don't let that become a hurdle on your journey. But it all comes back to those beginning systems. The person just starting off at McDonald's came in there with no idea what they were going to do, right? They had to be trained. You know, they had to sit down, watch videos, then maybe shadow an employee for a little bit, and then they were off and running. Same thing in the military. Everybody has to be taught the same thing. Their hair cut off. Everything has to go exactly the same way, but then they're off and ready to go. It's the same thing in business. And if you're used to being told every day or know what to do every day in your job, now you're saying, I want to do something more. I want to contribute more to my life. I want to contribute more to my family, be able to do more. It's going to take learning a few new steps to get you there. But then we can all sit here and promise you that it is simple after that. Like Robin said, it's like dopamine. I remember last March getting my first sale, my first affiliate sale from somebody I had no idea who they were, strictly from the marketing efforts, following the exact system of putting a page up with an offer, somebody accepting the offer, getting the free book, and taking action, just like I did. And how I got introduced, they did the same thing, and I followed those steps. And then I was all over our chat board, just, couldn't believe it. First time out of many, many years, selling somebody else's product, though, online. And now those steps are so easy. I still struggle a little bit if I want to make a new funnel, because you make one and it's working. It's like, oh, I want to do this too. You might not remember all the little steps. Well, again, that's what we're here for. That's what the Monday night masterminds and our Telegram chats and stuff are for, that you can ask somebody to try to keep it as simple. But this is a simple to set up a system that you can make money with. That's for sure.
Robin reminded me something about, sometimes they say sometimes it's got to get worse before it gets better. And that reminded me of, we kind of got a joke in the house that why go and buy something for $10 when you can make it for 100, and I always thought that was kind of funny. And it reminded me too of what Louis said about Michael. And if you don't set up, once you get a design set up and you don't lock it in place, basically, next time you go to make that design, you're going to have to do all that rework again, to get that same flag printed out or cut out, however you want to look at it. So yeah, there's definitely, simplicity definitely has a bunch of learning to it. And there's definitely ways to put things together in a better way. And that's what I want to show with what we have here to offer, and what the reason we do this every Thursday, and what we're here to share and help others with. So let me share some stuff. And I will start off with the page that you may or may not be on. And I start that way because I don't know who's using the systems out there and how they've designed their own stuff. I have some simple ways to do it. If you're on this page right here, this would be the way that the three of us use this system, and you can hit this button right here and it will bring you over and show you the information that I'm about to share with you. And I like to scroll down here and show you, once you get started and you have your affiliate codes, because like Louis said, this is an affiliate program. We make a commission on someone else's product. We happen to make an 80% commission on this HBA product and a 33% commission on this GetResponse product. So these are in here for you to resell for an 80% commission. I mean, that's pretty awesome. So by using this form, you can set up this exact page just by putting in those couple of things. And what happens is when you send somebody here to the page, oops, and I have the wrong one loaded up again. Same page, just with my information on it. When you click this button right here, it will bring you over here to the 3K formula, which Louise mentioned a time or two. And then Mike, the founder of the HBA, will talk here and tell you a little bit about what you're going to see. But here's the simple part of it, right? The pay plan is 80% commissions. First level, there's no downline, there's no, team. And I don't want to say there's no team, because we still work as a team so that we help each other, so that we keep each other in business, basically, but you earn 80% of whatever you sell. And there's several different products at different levels, but every one of them is at 80% commission. So you can make up to $800 per sale at that 80% commission. So that's how you get started in that one. Is this button here takes you over to the funnel builder. And we've talked about setting up pages. We've talked about templates and how it's simple. And we've talked about how you can do global stuff and keep your work effective and simple, so that you can build out your pages so they all look the same by using these systems, right? So that's the HBA funnel builder. And I'll go in a little further with that, but I just want to mention here too. And then GetResponse is the email system that you probably got an email from. If you look down at the bottom of it, it probably says brought to you by GetResponse, or, get your own GetResponse account, something like that, down at the bottom of your email that you got. And that's how that happens. This pays a 33% residual income. And this is another system to keep it simple. We use the funnel builder to capture the email of the people that are coming in and looking at our stuff. And then this just sends that out for us. So it's all put together. And so pretty much everything we've talked about comes full circle here to show you just exactly how easy this is to do, right? Once you sign up for step 1 and step 2, you come here to step 3. And then the same concept here, you'll replicate this same sales page using these boxes, just like you did for that first page. And then this will just all tie in together. That's as simple as it is as far as that project goes, right? This is and I like to call this, we talked about this with the 30-minute workday. This is kind of like the training wheels. You can get this all set up and working for you as you learn more about the system and find other ways to go about getting sales and stuff like that. And then that goes into the training that we've talked about as well. You got to learn some things. So once you click here, you're going to come over here to the, this is just going to show you the sign up, but this will get you started into the funnel builder. It's $25 a month. And like I said, it pays out 80%. So everyone that you sell, you make a $20 a month profit off of, a commission off of. So the simple way, in my email, I said, or in the video content, I said, make how to earn $20 a day. So all you have to do is get one person a day to check this out. And you could do that in so many different ways. You could use the 30-minute workday like we talked about a little bit ago. And I've got that loaded up here. Inside of the 30-minute workday, this is where you'll log into once you get started with us in HBA, and you'll have access to all of this information. Now, this doesn't look too simple, right? But it is. You come right here to the 30-minute workday tab, and you just follow the steps. Step 1, the community. You'll click on here. You'll get joined up into the communities that we have that are available to help. And then step 2, read the 30-minute workday escape plan. The link is right over here, right? So in order to make it the simplest way to make $20 a day is you give out one of these books every single day, completely free. If you can get a person a day coming in, reading this book, learning about the 30-minute workday escape plan, in time, you'll start to bring in a person a day into your business. And that will bring you a $20 commission every single day just by giving away a free book. And so that's the process, right? It's simple enough. You just follow through these setups. Okay. After you get your simple 3K formula put together, then you've got all this information in here to help you go further with it. Step 3, go through all the Freedom Launchpad modules. They're right over here. All right. So this is all of your training. This is everything that you can use to learn how to do all the perfect steps. And then take the fastest path to 7 figures. Upgrade to premium. And then inside of premium, which premium pays $100 a month commissions, $100 a month. So now this is where you start to really make a lot of money, because now you've been giving out a book every day. You give out a free book, give out a free book, give out a free book. Now 30 days, 90 days or so, people start coming in and they're buying the HBA funnel builder. And as they go through the steps, then they also buy the premium, which includes the Monday Night Mastermind, like we talked about. It includes all of the pre-traffic. It includes all of the free traffic areas. So you can learn all about, we've talked about launching your business. We've talked about blogging. We've talked about YouTube. You know, all these things are in here. So you pick one of these. And in the beginning, maybe you don't want to pick YouTube because you don't want to get on video, whatever. But I would recommend YouTube because there's so much information in here to learn about it. This to me is anytime that you're using a process that you can get a bunch of information on that will actually teach you deeper and deeper. You could use Facebook, and I think Facebook's great. And there's a few things to really teach you some decent Facebook stuff, but there's not like a mastery level, even though this says live mastery, right? It's the mastery for the live session of Facebook, but not all of Facebook. Where in this YouTube ranking, this is like YouTube mastery is what they might as well call it, because it's everything you need to know about YouTube and how to get a video ranked and even how to make money on YouTube outside of all of this, So YouTube, I think, is super, super huge opportunity, and it's expansive enough to use it as your main source. It will, in the process, you'll learn how to do marketing, you'll learn how to do paid ads, you'll learn how to do most all of that stuff all in one section, So to me, that's the way if I was starting over, now at this point, I was very hesitant to do YouTube, very, very hesitant. But looking back at it, I wish I'd have started YouTube 10 years ago, because we could be so much further along and know so much more than we do now. So for the sake of simplicity, that's it, right? You just give away a 30-minute workday escape plan not audiobook, the digital book. And it looks, like I said, it looks just like this. You get a link through it, using this whole process, and just give away a book, and you'll find that you're using the $3,000 per month system. You'll find that you're using all of the systems that we have, and then you'll find other ways in the process to start to get that information out to more and more people and help more people like you.
Isn't the 3K formula only 25 customers?
I don't it's about that, yeah. See, the problem is I have this looped over my chair, so every time I move, I drag it around with me.
That joint is beating you down on this car.
I know. And I don't have the energy. I'm going to unloop it from my chair. That's what I'm going to do. I don't have the energy to unloop it from my chair either, so. So that's what we're going to start doing. We're not going to put this all around the chair no more, because I'm tired of that thing. have to see my chair, right? There's my chair. You can't even see it. I'm so fat. You can't even see my chair.
Oh my goodness.
And I got a big boy chair too. Hey, that's much better actually. Okay. The show goes on, right? Anything I
30.
didn't cover?
30 customers, Louis,
30
Oh.
customers.
if you do the premium. Yep.
Yeah, it's 30 if you do the premium, but so Mike walks through the numbers. He walks through the numbers. How many, if with percent return, how many people do you have to come in contact with and be market to get that? It's the other good thing about the 3K formula is it really highlights everything else out there that people are doing and shows how simple this, a marketing method like this is compared to anything else. If you're part of a multi-level marketing and, they tell you, they're going to tell you the best of the best as far as what the numbers could be. But Mike goes through, all those different pay plans and, it's a crazy amount of people you really have to have in those systems to even make your money back, even to break even. And then you go to do your taxes at the end of the year and you find that you spent more money on the products and stuff than you did actually making money with it. So, affiliate marketing, 80% commission is unheard of. And again, just if you're connecting with us, we're gonna brag a little bit or explain, inform. I don't want to even call it bragging. Just letting people know that 80% commission is unheard of in this industry. And then the 3 products that we, the 2 definitely, and the 3rd one, product that we promote to help people build their business are the products that every business out there need, brick and mortar or online. It doesn't matter. You need a landing page. You need a way to connect with people on the internet, to send them to your page, not the company's page, but to your page that you own. Connect with them. Throw a video up there, throw an audio up there, text up there that says, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. If you'd like to learn more, contact me. Here's a form. Then they email you. Now you have their email and you're able to market with them and talk with them, not just market to them, but send them information about what you're doing, how-tos. That's all it is. Versus if you're doing an MLM system, you're either trying to recruit people to recruit more people. And this is not this. There's no multi-level marketing here. That is not what this is. This is strictly affiliate marketing. In other words, you can sell a product off of Amazon and get a commission. All right. If that person sells something off of Amazon, you don't get the commission from it. Only if you do, from your own effort. All right. So you're not relying on other people's effort. You're only relying on your own effort to make a change out there. So with all of that, 80% commission on the training. We got the funnel builder, the $25 product. Everybody needs a page builder like that. Everybody needs a page builder like that. You get $20 from that commission. The autoresponders, there's several to pick from. Mike Hobbs has made $2.5 million marketing online in the last 10 years. And I don't even know if those numbers are up to date with what he's really done. But we know that he's made over 2.5 million doing marketing this way. And they've vetted the top autoresponders out there and suggest those to you. And you can make a little bit of money off of the autoresponder. 33%, I think, off of GetResponse, and off of another one, Traffic Wave, which is a new one to me, I should say. And it provides a double opt-in, and we won't go into what that is. To keep it simple here on this call, but you can almost make all of your money back on that system, by promoting that as well. These are things that everybody needs. If you get an email if you get emails from different things that you signed up for, that's exactly what you need to do for your business. Flags for Front Lines, my son's company, that's what they got to start doing. That's what Jim's wife Christy does with her bakery. Send emails. Hey, we got a deal going on. We got a new class going on. I just signed up for a class on Saturday, and I'm getting emails from them, and that has to do with grant writing, from a Chamber of Commerce. So that's how people communicate. How you communicate with the people that connect with you, and you can make. Those are tools that they need, and they're going to be long term. You don't have to go. Most of the time, the people need those tools, and they're going to stick with those tools. So you're not selling them, a multi-level product that they have to buy so much a month to get so many points worth in order to stay active in that system, in order to be able to get an income from it. These are the tools you need to do your business. And some of those out there charge you to have access to their sales tools. So you're already paying them for tools that you should be owning yourself. Just try, keeping it as simple as you can for tonight, because that's our topic. But hope I didn't botch that all up, Robin and Jim. But
No, that was great. And I think that last bit that you said there is a valuable point too, is if you're in a network marketing company and you're using some of their tools, when they go away, and I don't want to say that when they go away, but a lot of them go away. So do your tools, right? So you're going to be way better off to have your own tools anyway. And then you can use it for other stuff as well, because, multiple streams of income, if nothing else, you can have more than one opportunity going on. You could build link pages, like is real popular within our business right now, to keep it simple. Like if you do something and you need a bio, you can put your link page in there. So you can build that with our tools instead of using something else out there that's inferior or that you just don't have enough control over or something like that. So I think that's a good point. And I think to the point, not only are this 80% commissions, but this is 80% commissions monthly, every month that somebody stays in using our tools. It doesn't even matter, a lot of times the problem with a lot of MLMs is if the product is great and people lose weight with it, right? Once they've lost weight, they don't need the product anymore. Where with the builder, you're going to be doing a business. Even if that business goes out of business, you're going to move to a new business and you're going to stay with our products using the funnel builder. So that's going to continue to pay for years and years. Who knows how long? I've mentioned a lot of times, I've had creativethoughts.net, the domain, for over 20 years, so you could be making a residual income for 20 or 30 or 50 years off of these products, and I was a while back, I thought it was pretty funny that the co-founder, Paul, we haven't really mentioned his name, I think, but he was actually shocked that this is the only company that anybody's ever heard of that actually pays out 80% residual commissions. He didn't realize how big a deal that was, that nobody else pays like this. Most times, if there's a high commission, it's the upfront sale. It's the first sale in the series, and that's it. If you're making a 75 or something percent commission, you're probably only getting that one time. But here, you're getting that month after month after month, because they designed this plan to help people really earn money in the industry, because they were so fed up with how challenging it is to make money in the industry. So anyways,
I'll just add on to that, and if if you envision yourself being a leader, and I think you are, especially if you're tuning into our videos, however you're finding them, that if you're going to be a leader, and you are, then you're having your own page. You can build your own team later on and provide training just for those that join, that do join your team or want to learn more, or when you have your own product instead of just affiliate products, you've established yourself as a leader and that somebody's going to want to follow. You should always, when you look at an organization, hopefully, if your dream is to become financially independent, have more time to spend with your family, the things that really, you care about, that's causing you hopefully to grow and to seek new ways to get there, then you're a leader. You're already ahead of the pack. You're already vibrating at a higher frequency than you were when you were just working every day and didn't have a way out. So we want to encourage you, and in that encouragement, want to say to keep it simple. Keep it simple. If you take anything away from what we're telling you tonight, it's to keep it simple. If you haven't gotten the escape plan book that explains the simple process of how to take somebody from that's interested through and communicate with them and build a relationship with them, let us know and we'll send it to you. But if you're here, I believe you're already a leader. You're on your way, and don't give up. Keep at it.
Robin, you need to pull up a buy now button or something so we can see it in your glasses and get that subliminal messaging going on. Just get started now, right? And it'll be flashing, and because I think it's us on your screen. Well, you got two screens going now. I can see your other screen in your glasses.
Yeah, I got three.
You got three going?
1, 2. I got the computer over here.
Keeping it simple, right?
Right. Can you see it?
Yep, I see it.
Discover our surprisingly lucrative formula. Click the button.
Click the button. All right, that's awesome. I think this was a really good call.
Yeah.
I hope some people got some real value out of it. Maybe I'll work in a link there to get the book on the page also, because I think I can do that with the same information that's already tagged on there.
Nice.
And people can just download the book while we talk about it too, because I think that needs to be our push again too, is get more people to reading the book and making $20 a day for everybody out there. You can use this page. We're leaders. You can use this page to replicate out there and give away the book that way too. So I'll work on doing that.
And right after you get one sale, hop on here, and then you can take this video. Jim will show you how to take this YouTube video, throw it up on your page, keeping it all simple, because everything with the funnel builder is super simple to do. And now you'll have proof that you were able to do it. I mean, I still remember last year how excited I was with that first sale. It was unbelievable. It's just follow these steps.
And this video will stay up all week too. So you can use this video all week long to promote the business just as well. If this particular topic resonated with you, or you can go grab these replays off of the YouTube channel and put them up on your own page, like Louis saying, and use one that resonates a little better and use that as a sales tool. We do this every week. So that's all I really got for tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed, and we will see you next Thursday.
Peace.